Hello. Wow, it's been a while. It's been so long. um, I'm gonna try to post more content. I mean, I'll try. For myself, for anyone who wants to see, whatever. Honestly, I just wanted to film a video because I have a lot of thoughts about. Listen, I'm a wrestling fan. You'll know by the title, I'm a wrestling fan. Um, I love wrestling. More women's wrestling. That's more what I care about. You know, I respect men's wrestling, of course, but I'm just not into that. It's not my thing. More of a women's wrestling fan. That's me. And I just like, I don't have like a lot of people IRL who like also watch wrestling a lot, especially who are like into women's wrestling like that. So like I have no one to talk to about this, so I just wanted to make a video about it because I need to get my thoughts out there. The Royal Rumble is coming up next weekend on the 28th, and I just wanted to like make a list of like 5 women who I think might win the Rumble. So I'm just gonna start that now. Um, I guess in no particular order. Maybe like I'll go from like least likely to most likely. Yeah, least likely to most likely. All right, number 5, Raquel Raquel Rodriguez. I think it's Raquel Rodriguez. Yeah, I think it was. Okay, they changed her name. She was in NXT. It was Raquel Gonzalez, I think, which I think is her real name. I don't know, but now it's Raquel Rodriguez. So yeah, Raquel, her number 5. Um, I don't want this to happen. I don't want her to win the Royal Rumble match. That terrifies me. I don't want that. Actually, wow. I would not want that. Here's the reason why. She's just. I mean, like, listen. She's like a like a powerhouse. I guess that's her type of like style. She's very strong, fit, showing up off her back muscles. A lot of dedication to her craft. I appreciate it. She's not bad in the ring either. She's good in the ring. I think she had a good match with Ronda Rousey. For the SmackDown Women's Championship on SmackDown, like I think a month ago, like a month and a half ago, or yeah, no, like a month ago, like at the end of the year. Like that was the match, like right before Charlotte came back and like took the title off Ronda, like the very last day of December, I think, or December 30th, whatever. Um, but like, yeah, she had a good match. I just don't. She's like not over at all, like at the moment. But like the reason why I feel like she has like a better chance than most other women in the Rumble, or who are most likely going to be in the Rumble, is because I mean, I can tell Triple H really likes her. Like she's used a lot. Like commentary is always complimenting her, like, oh, she's super strong, she's super this, that, and like, but for me, like, I don't really think that she's ready. So, I don't actually think she's gonna win, but like, I just wanted to make it 5 people. So I chose, Raquel Rodriguez because they always present her as very strong. She like gave Ronda Rousey a run for her money. So like, obviously, they have a lot of faith in her. Like, I will like, the next 2 years, we will absolutely see Raquel like. Next 3 years. Next 3 years, we will definitely see Raquel with like either the Raw or SmackDown Women's Championship for sure. Most likely, probably SmackDown. I'm assuming, but who knows? This world is crazy, so can't predict shit. But I do think that she will be a world champion within the next 3 years. And so they're setting her up for that. I think that she's gonna have a really impressive showing in this Rumble. She might like tie or exceed the number of women eliminated in a Royal Rumble. She might get that record. I don't know. They might give her that. I think the record's 7 or 8, and I think it's by Bianca Belair or Shayna. I think it's a tie between Bianca Belair and Shayna Baszler. It's 7 or 8. It's one of those. But yeah, either way, I think Raquel's going to do very well in the Rumble. I don't know if she'll be in the Final Four, maybe, but yeah, she's like least likely out of the 5, but more likely the most. All right, moving on. Don't want to talk about her anymore. Love her, but whatever. Like her, but number four for me. Wow, that's so funny. I actually didn't think this entire list through. I just thought of number 5 and like number 1. Number 4 for me. Actually, oh yeah, number 4 for me is Naomi. Naomi. So I think number 4 is Naomi. So obviously, if Naomi has not been wrestling for, I mean, because my god, why am I explaining it like this? She left the company with Sasha like back in, was it June or May? I think it was June of last year. So she's been out of action for that long. There have been a lot of reports saying that she is going to come back. She's actually tried to deny it on Twitter, like, no, that's not happening. You know, she deleted that tweet though, so you know, I think it is happening. I think she's trying to swerve us. She's absolutely going to come back. I don't know if it'll be for the Rumble, but she's coming back for sure. I think it would make most sense for her to come back at the Rumble. My hair's getting in my face. I'm so sorry. I was gonna keep touching it. Hope that's okay. But like, yeah, I feel like it'd make a lot of sense for her to come back at the Rumble because I feel like, I mean, it's a really big pop. It'd be a really nice surprise. It'd be a big deal. I feel like. It definitely would be a pop of the night. If it weren't for the fact that The Rock might be coming back for the Rumble. That's like something that was talked about. We'll see. But like, if he doesn't come back, then it'll be Naomi. So she'll get pop of the night for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I find it to be more likely than most because of course she's coming back. She's coming back strong. She's always been very popular. I mean, girl, the matches she had with Charlotte, like on SmackDown in the main event, I think, of SmackDown for the SmackDown Women's Championship, that was an amazing match. Like that was a pay-per-view like level type of match, and like it was just on a SmackDown, and the crowd was eating it up. And like when Naomi lost, like it was just thunderous boos by everybody. Like boo, like you know Charlotte, like she was just such a baby face. Naomi was such a good baby face. Like, so I think when she comes back, she'll definitely, like, she'll do something for sure. Will she win the Royal Rumble match? It's possible, you know, not impossible, but we'll see. I put her at fourth likely for that reason. She's just a big name. Her returning would be a big deal, but it might just be her returning, doing well. I think she would make it to the Final Four because either she's going to be, like, she's going to be one of the last people to come in, maybe number 30. I think she should be safe for number 30, me personally. But I guess it depends who else is in the Rumble. But yeah, I think she should come out at 30 and then be like the Final Four. I feel like that'd be really good. Okay, so number 3 for me is, it's going to be Liv Morgan. Okay, so Liv Morgan, you know what? Sorry, I didn't change my mind. I changed my mind just now. Becky Lynch. Number 3 is Becky Lynch. I'll tell you why I changed my mind, but number 3, Becky Lynch. So Becky Lynch is the only woman on this list who has actually already won a Royal Rumble. She won the 2019 Women's Royal Rumble match. This is like when she was still like the first version of the man character. She was very, very over. She had a championship match earlier that same night against Asuka, and she lost, so she couldn't gain back the SmackDown Women's Championship. And then she replaced an injured Lana in the Royal Rumble match, and then like she won it. She eliminated Charlotte to become the winner. So she's won one already. Now, obviously, you know, I'm all for, you know, giving the new girls like opportunities and like, yeah, essentially opportunities. Like I want more women who actually can become the face of the division. You know, very recently, the only example that I've seen of like a new face of the company would be currently Bianca Belair, the Raw Women's Champion. Before that, it was just like the 4 Horsewomen, Asuka, Alexa, Ronda, and that was like kind of it. And that's how it was for a while. I feel like Bianca Belair is very new in the sense of like she's one of the newer stars that actually could like be the face of the division, like both divisions. Like she's like a big name. She's being booked very well. Rightfully so. She's amazing. Oh, I don't even want to get on that. That's a whole nother video, how amazing Bianca Belair is. But so yes, Becky Lynch, like, she has won one already. She's already a big star. She doesn't need this win for sure. She'd be fine without it. But I could see her winning it for sure. I mean, if they're going to have somebody like the first woman to win 2 Royal Rumble matches, it would probably go to Charlotte. But I mean, if it's not Charlotte, then it's probably going to be Becky, right? So, yeah, I think Becky has a decent chance. I felt more strongly. I think I would have put her at number 2, which is what I was thinking. I would have put her at number 2 like a month ago. Because I was thinking, okay, well, there was a lot of reports saying that, oh, she's going to go against Ronda Rousey because Ronda Rousey was the SmackDown Women's Champion. So, like, okay, Ronda's going to be champion until WrestleMania. Becky's going to win the Royal Rumble match. She's going to challenge Ronda, and then we're going to get that match that we were supposed to get 4 years ago. But the time has already passed for that. Also, Ronda has been really not been doing good on the mic, let alone in the ring. So I think maybe WWE was like, you know what, that was a cute, it was a cute little what if match, one-on-one match. We had the triple threat with Ronda and Becky and Charlotte for the first ever women's main event at WrestleMania. That's the closest we're gonna get to that match. So, oh well, oh well. But who knows? I mean, again, anything can happen. It's crazy past 2 years, especially this past 2022 was insane. But I think Becky still could win it. I mean, I don't know. Because we've already had Becky Lynch versus Bianca Belair so many times, and then we've already had Becky, and that story has already been told, and it's the only way to make it fresh would be to turn Bianca heel, but that wouldn't, I mean, she's kind of the John Cena of the women's division right now. She's very much for the kids, babyface to the end. So I don't think that'd be a good idea, and I think the company would agree with that. And then, I mean, Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, I mean, the last time they were in a match was Survivor Series 2021, but I don't think anyone wants to see that. Not for a while, maybe a retirement match, a few years down the line. Ooh, I don't know. That's so weird to think about, retirement match. Ooh, my God. But they have been in the company for 7 years on the main roster. So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe not anytime soon. I have no idea. But anyways, yeah, I think Becky Lynch has a good shot at winning the Rumble. I'm just more thinking about would it make sense for her to go after Charlotte or Bianca, and if she does win the Rumble, then I'm thinking okay, somebody's losing their title before then, and it's gonna be and then we're gonna get that match, because I don't think we're gonna get, if Becky wins, I don't think Becky versus Bianca or Becky versus Charlotte would be the best idea, just because we've already seen it so many times before, both of those matches, and they were good, they were great, right? But we've already seen it. We need newer stuff, But yeah, okay. Number 2, Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan it's very unfortunate what's been happening to Liv Morgan the past 6 months. It's so weird. Ever since Triple H has taken over, I truthfully believe that it is bad to say this, right? But I kind of think Vince was booking the woman in the women's division a bit better than Triple H has. It's bad. It's bad. Oh my goodness. Seriously, I just, this whole Damage Control thing, I haven't been loving too much. It's been all right. I think it's very funny that their name is Damage Control. I feel that's very accurate of what they do. They're doing a bunch of damage control because this is just, I don't know. I think it's run its course. I think that Io and Dakota need to turn on Bayley, or Bayley needs to turn on them. I don't know. Something needs to give. They need to disband immediately. Just disband as a stable. Maybe keep Io and Dakota together, because I mean they're the women's tag team champions. But I don't know. I'm getting off on a tangent. I'm so sorry. I do that often. But what was I gonna say? I was going to say the women's division has not been getting booked super well lately, and I feel the biggest victim of Triple H's booking of the woman recently has been Liv Morgan. Liv Morgan winning the Money in the Bank contract and then cashing it in on the same night to win the SmackDown Women's Championship from Ronda Rousey was a good move. I would have maybe had her hold on to the contract a bit longer, just because, it's been so many times, especially with the women, that we've seen them just cash in the same night. We saw with Alexa in 2019, we saw with Bayley 2020, and now we're seeing it with Liv Morgan 2022. So it's happened so many times already. It's can we get a few months with it at least, I don't know. What was I gonna say? Yeah. Liv Morgan was on top of the world, I feel at the end of Money in the Bank 2022, and then Triple H took over, and then he decided to have her tap out to Ronda Rousey but still be a champion. that made people feel weird about her. And then she had a good like match with Shayna Baszler at, was it Clash of the Castle? It was Clash of the Castle. She had a good match with Shayna Baszler, Clash of the Castle. And then we had Ronda Rousey versus Liv Morgan again. I forget which pay-per-view it was. The one after Clash of the Castle, but before War Games. As it was so bad. Like, Ronda Rousey, I don't know what happened to her. She just stopped caring or something. It was not a good match. And then she lost against Ronda. She didn't tap out. She just passed out, right? So it makes her look a little stronger, but that, it just wasn't a great result. I feel like for the match, I feel like it didn't do anybody any favors. So that's unfortunate. But I feel like Liv Morgan is still like there's still something there with her. I think the fans are still definitely behind her, and so I feel like I would say out of all the women on this list, and probably if any woman, she probably needs this win the most, because I feel like if she doesn't get like a really good showing in this Rumble, and it looks like she might be like coming up at number 1 in the Rumble, entering first, if she doesn't have a really good run, it might be over. Like, I don't know, like it just, she needs to like be treated very well. She needs to be booked very strong in this Rumble. Like, I feel like she needs like to make Final Four for sure. It needs to be her to make Final Four, and I feel like she needs this Rumble win, because I don't know how much longer fans are gonna keep up their hopes of her, being a main star. Because I feel like I see the potential. That she could be like, she could be like another Bianca Belair, more modern star, someone who actually can be the face of the company. Like, that's me personally. That's what I think. I will like the opportunity for her to show more. But yeah, number 1, Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley has like been killing it with the Judgment Day. Her and Dominic Mysterio, very weird, but it's very over. A lot of people do like the gimmick and her with Judgment Day. There's been a lot of teasing of her like fighting male wrestlers. She's had like a match, I guess, but it was a squash match. There wasn't much offense from the other side, so it wasn't really like an intergender match. It was just more like her beating up a dude for like 5 minutes and then winning. So that doesn't really count to me. But we've had so many like instances of her like having confrontations with guys, like either they're like beating them up or like they have a face off, like her and like Solo Sikoa from the Bloodline had that face off. I was like, ooh, my god. But she's been very over. She's been very popular. She is very strong. Like, I think it's very believable that she could win this Rumble. And she honestly, I would say she's like my pick to win. She could go, I think it would make most sense for her to go after Bianca, just because they were supposed to have like an actual like match for the Raw Women's Championship before Rhea Ripley got injured. So I feel like it would make sense. And also she's on Raw. Not that really matters. They can choose either. But like we've already had like Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte Flair, like because Charlotte won WrestleMania 2020 and then she challenged Rhea Ripley for her NXT title. So I feel like it would just make sense for Rhea to go after Bianca, just because of the shared history of them in NXT. They're from the same generation. I feel like they're like the two biggest stars of their generation of NXT. The one that was like after like Sasha Banks, after the one like after the 4 Horsewomen, but like before like everybody now, like NXT 2.0-ish kind of era. They're like that middle generation with like Shayna Baszler and everyone else. But like, yeah, like, what was I gonna say? I think that she should probably win it. Or she could win it, and I wouldn't be upset. I wouldn't be upset if she won. I wouldn't be upset if any of the people on this list won, except for probably Raquel. But I don't think she's gonna win, so I feel safe. Naomi could win, Becky could win, Liv could win, Rhea could win. I'd be happy. I think they should be the Final Four. Naomi, Becky, Liv, Rhea Ripley. That would be amazing. And then, oh my god, what was I gonna say? I would also, might be asking for a bit much, but I would actually really like Rhea Ripley to appear in the men's Royal Rumble match. I feel like it's it'd be such a moment. Like, we've been like hyping up her like actually like wrestling with the men for so long. Why not actually just like let her do that? Like, why not? Like, I don't, I know they don't like want to like. It's like I guess like a they don't want to encourage like boys to beat up girls, but like to me it's like, bro, like Rhea Ripley. First of all, that's very believable that she would beat up Rhea Ripley. Like I could believe her beating up like half the men on the roster like easily for sure. Like, are you kidding me? She has giant muscles. Like it's crazy. Like I could see her beating up Finn Balor like IRL for sure. Like it's believable, and also I mean not that that really matters too much, like because we see on indie scene like very often intergender matches, and yeah, most of the time the guy is bigger than the girl. It doesn't really matter. I mean it's it's scripted. Who cares? It's scripted. I mean we've seen Rey Mysterio beat the Undertaker before. Like that's not, it's not like super out of the ordinary. Like we see with men all the time. Like Finn Balor is very small. He would never beat Roman Reigns in IRL fight, but like I think he has before, or Seth Rollins, I don't know, or Braun Strowman, but like I think it would make a lot of sense for Rhea Ripley to be in the men's Royal Rumble match. Like I'm like, what a serve! Wouldn't that be so crazy? Like if they had the women's match first, she wins that, and then she enters the men's and like makes it to like the final four. And she like almost wins it. Like that'd be insane. Obviously, I don't think she should. She shouldn't win both, right? That would make no sense. But like if she made it that far, like, and she gets like eliminated in some like crazy way, like Nia Jax did, like that'd be insane. That'd be insane. I think it'd be such a cool moment for sure. It would make the men's. It would make the men's Rumble match watchable for me. Okay, so that's my list. Number 5, Raquel Rodriguez. Number 4, Naomi. Number 3, Becky Lynch. Number 2, Liv Morgan. Number 1, Rhea Ripley. Don't want Raquel to win, but the other 4, they can win, and I want them to be the final 4. I think they're going to be the final 4. Naomi, Becky Lynch, Liv Morgan, Rhea Ripley. Yeah, that's my thoughts. If you want to subscribe, you can subscribe. I don't know when I'll post my next video, but I just decided to make this one. So, yeah. All right then. You guys have a good day. Bye-bye.